Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to stop my share and um, hand it over, I believe, to Anna.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all? Okay, cool. Hi everyone. Welcome to the very first Library Live of the semester. It's my pleasure to be here. And I just dropped a link into the chat just so that you can have that page about research help. And so somebody in the mentee survey wanted to know about the lesser known programs or services that we offer here at the library. And so for the student research consultants, sometimes that's the comment that we get from people. It's like, how long have you guys been here? Um, we've been here for a couple of years now, and so I think Library Live's a great platform for us to share and promote our service that is kind of lesser known. So I really appreciate this opportunity. And so I just want to share with everyone here, whether you're a new student, a returning student, a transfer student, whoever you are, the student research consultants can help you at whatever stage you are in your research. And so we are students that help other students. So there's 7 of us, and our majors vary from history, sociology, psychology, Chicano, Chicana studies, um, business management. And so our expertise are in a lot of different majors and subjects. However, we can help anybody, we can help everybody start with their research. And so we can walk you through on the tools that we have and the resources that we have on the library webpage. And so we'll talk about databases, we'll talk about OneSearch, and another helpful thing that we offer is we help with citations. And so we have another presenter here, Iris, and so she'll talk about the Writing Center, but usually when you're working on a research project, the writing wing and the research consultants, we work hand in hand. We often send students to the Writing Center, they bring them back, and that's just how the research process goes. And so that's just a natural process of research. But it's a free service. We're on the first floor of Library North. So when you walk into, let's say, every table, straight ahead, you'll see the circulation desk. To the left, you'll see us in these glass cubicles, and we're there. You can walk up to us, just drop in and ask us a question. But we're also in your Navigate appointment system. So if you visit my Cal State L.A, you can make an appointment with us, but it's not necessary. You can just walk up to us and drop in. Our sessions are about 30 minutes long, but of course, we accommodate people who request accommodations. And so we can help you start your process. And if you need to be connected to your subject specialist for a more in-depth session, um, we can do that for you. We can connect you to the correct person and get you on the right path. We don't want to take up too much of your time if we get stuck on the research process, but we'll definitely, sit and have a conversation for at least 15 minutes so we can gauge where you need to go, how you can get started. And we're really friendly, um, super helpful. And like I said, we often send people to the different presenters that are here. So the Writing Center, we might send people to special collections and archives. And so I do want to introduce one of our SRCs. She's really great. People love her. People ask for her all the time. Um, and she's a business management student, but she can help just about anybody. And so I want to introduce everyone to Urvashi. And what she's going to do is demonstrate how you can make an appointment with us. But like I mentioned, you don't have to make an appointment. You can just drop in. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock to 6 p.m. And on Fridays, we're open 11 o'clock to 5 p.m. And so I will go ahead and introduce, thank you, Letty, for sharing that information. I'd like to introduce Urvashi, and she will go ahead and share her screen and walk you through on how to make an appointment with us through Navigate. Thanks.
Thank you, Anna. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Welcome, everyone. I noticed there are a lot of new students. This is the third week of our fall semester, and moving forward, it's going to get intense because we are done with all the holidays now. Okay, so I'm going to try sharing my screen with y'all. Let me know if y'all can see it. Yeah, okay. So the first thing that you would want to do is log into your my Cal State L.A. account, and you'll be directed to this web page. And to book an appointment online, what you have to do is there are a few steps that you have to keep in mind because it'll take you a few times to get accustomed to it. It might be confusing, but just be patient. And if you want, you can take screenshots or write it down for your convenience, whatever you want. So once you're on this page, you will scroll down and you see Navigate LA appointment schedule. So you're going to click on that. And then, oops, hang on. I'm signed with multiple accounts, so it's asking me to sign in with the account that I want to go forward with. But I'm guessing all of you will have just one email ID that you'll be signed in with, so this shouldn't be a problem with you. So once you sign in, this is the page that will open. And then you'll go to Get Assistance, that's just below the Cal State LA Navigate symbol, and click on that. And then you'll be directed to this page to make an appointment. So the first thing that you're going to do is what type of appointment would you like to schedule? There are multiple options, but what you would want to do is click on Library Research Assistant. And then we have two types of helps that we do. That is the basic research and then the citation help. So depending on what you want, you can click on either one. Even if you don't know what you want, I'd suggest you can click on either one or just basic research, just to simplify your steps. And then you pick a date, whatever you want. It could be today. If the appointment's available, you would get an appointment. If not, then you can pick another date. For example, because we're available from Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So the appointments are pretty much always there. So you select a date and then check to find available times. So you can just select any time that suits you, any day that suits you. But again, if you want a particular SRC to help you out with, you can check if they are available. So this will show you show you the SRCs that are available on that particular day. So we're checking for Wednesday, 6th September. So there are 3 SRCs who will be available throughout the day. First is Maria, Micah, and then myself, Urvashi. So whichever SRC you want, you can do that. You can select. And then click on the timing that you want. So let's say 12 to 12:30. Like Anna explained, most of our schedules are 30 minutes, but then depending on what you need, we can extend it, or if we can wrap it up sooner, we can do that as well. So we click on the timing that best suits you. It'll give you a brief of what the appointment is about. You can read through that. And then you have the option to meet on campus, in person, or even virtually, whatever suits you best. Let's say you want to meet in person, you do that. And then you can add comments like, what kind of help do you need, or if you have any particular topic that you want to research about. Because sometimes what happens is it would be helpful for the SRC to have an idea of what y'all are looking for. We might need to do a little bit of research from our end, because sometimes nursing students, they have very intense topics. Child development students, they have very intense topics as well. But so yeah, that's really helpful for us. So you can do that. And then always make sure you have the email reminder checked and text message reminder checked as well, because sometimes we tend to forget checking our emails. And then click on schedule. And once that's done, you see the space that the appointment was scheduled. And that's it. Now show up to your appointment and make sure you have something prepared. If not, that's fine too. But then it would be helpful for us to make sure that the time that we have, we use it in the best possible way, so that you can get the result that you're looking for. And you can always walk in as well. But the thing about scheduling appointment, especially during the midterms or the finals, is that there's a lot of rush. And when you schedule an appointment, you make sure that an SRC is there to help you at the time that you want. That would save your time and the SRC's time as well. So that's about it. And I hope you'll use this opportunity and the help that we provide. And we are very helpful. So anything that you want, any help that you want, you can always come by and ask for it, and we'll be happy to help you out. Any questions that you have, you can always drop in on the link, that the barcode that was provided to y'all, and then we'd be happy to answer.
Thank you so much, Urvashi. I just want to know, like, a show of thumbs, Zoom thumbs, or perhaps emojis, if you have used the SRC's services before. Let us know with the thumbs up. I also just wanted to ask really quick, Urvashi, so what if there was two things that you said that really caught my attention. What if someone doesn't really have an idea of like where to get started? You said it's okay, right? The SRCs are trained students to carry you through the research process. And at a certain point, if they need to pass you on to the subject expert librarian, they will do that. And so the SRCs work really hard to train so that they understand how to help you navigate the research process in a most like straightforward, low stress kind of way. The other thing I really like that you said, Urvashi, is if you plan ahead of time, you can schedule your SRC appointments so that they kind of coincide when you have your papers due. So a couple of weeks before your papers due, you can make your appointment or have it set up already. By looking at your syllabus, you can look ahead of time and consult your calendars. That's a really key, important skill, time management, that's gonna really lead to your academic success. So thank you so much, Urvashi and Anna, for presenting on the SRCs, one of our hidden gems at the library. We hope that you will use the SRC services a lot this semester. And now we're going to segue over to Kelsey. She's going to give us a presentation on all kinds of cool stuff that's going on at the library.
Hello, everybody. Hope you all are good. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Okay, can we see my screen? Yes, right? Thumbs up. Thank you. All right. So, okay, my name's Kelsey. Like Letty said, I have many titles at this library. One of them is communication specialist and event coordinator. So hello, welcome to all our new students. I'm really excited to meet you all. If you were outside the first week of school, you probably met me and I probably gave you a keychain. They were free. You can always get some more if you want. They were a big hit and I'm so glad to hear that. I'm going to give you a quick virtual tour of the library. I have some photos of all of our spaces for you to check out. And then I'm going to give you a really quick info on how to see our events, and then also some of our social media resources. And I have some prizes at the end. So don't turn off your TV. All right, here we go. So first of all, I want to show you places that you can meet and study in the library. Like I said, events, and then using our social media accounts for more than just memes, even though I love making library memes. It's like my hobby. I love finding memes and putting them over for the library. So send me memes once you follow us. I would love to see them. Okay, so University Library Virtual Tour. So starting with Library North, if you have been here in the buildings, you know that we have two sides to the building, Library North and Library South. Library South is also called Palmer Wing. I'm doing my best to phase that name out. Please help me and only call it Library South. Thank you so much. So starting with Library North, we have 6 floors. 4 are above ground and 2 are below ground. That's right. We have 2 basements. Couldn't just hold one. We needed 2 in earthquake country. Don't ask me why I didn't build this building, but yet here we go. All right, Library North. So starting on the bottom floor, A level. If you guys have been down here, you know that A level is the loudest floor in this building. Both sides, without a doubt, the loudest floor. So if you like music, if you like talking, if you like blasting YouTube at top volume, then A level is the place for you. We've got reservable study rooms with monitors. We have desktop computers, both PCs and Macs on this side. Printers, copiers, and scanners down there. We've got the Innovation Hub event space, and you'll see me reference this a lot in this presentation, library partner offices. So more than just library folks and librarians use all the spaces in the library. It's a huge building. So a lot of our spaces are for our partners, and these are folks that are partnering with us for student services, for all kinds of different things, and we'll touch on all of them. But on this level is the GRC, the Graduate Resource Center. Is anybody in here a new grad student? Raise your hand, make some noise, throw an emoji. Anybody a new grad student? Oh, fantastic. Good, good, good. So we have some grad students. So the GRC is where you want to be. That's actually your area, exclusively for you. And I'll show a photo of this just now. So these are photos of our study area. So on the right is our study spaces that you can reserve. On the left is some open areas. And then I think I have here, our Graduate Resource Center Commons area. So you can go in there if you're a grad student. Unfortunately, the doors are locked for undergrads, are virtually locked. You know, there is a bouncer there at the door all hours of the day. Not really, but that is only for grad students. B level is mostly library admin. We're still in Library North. There is the community room event space. We have 2 lecture rooms here. You may end up going into one of those for a class session with your instructor. That will be run by a librarian, so lecture room 1 and 2. And we also have some silent study. So if you see these little armchairs here, this is like hidden gem, hidden secret with some students. They love sitting down here where it's quiet. So this is also a little study space, unintentional study space for our students as well. And if you have any questions, maybe Letty or Iris Azalea can help me call them out because I can't really see the chat right now. Just call them out. So first floor of Library North, now we're on the main level. So we're back up into fresh air. It is our University Library Service Desk. Our front desk is here. Lots of information, help with your research. You can check out our Return the Books. We have media, course reserves, pick up CSC Plus. The folks at this desk who are student assistants are so fantastic. They get every question you can imagine. And so therefore they're super, super well-versed on the entire campus, not just library stuff, but of course, library stuff too. We have student research consultants, like Urvashi said, and Anna said, they're on that floor. We have express computers that you can use to print, printers, copiers, and scanners. And of course, we have the cafe there where you can get some coffee, and every table you can get some lunch or dinner or breakfast, whatever it is you want to do. The partners that we have on that floor is our Smart Start, which is accessible from the outdoors. So you exit the building and take a left, and it's around the corner from us there. Some photos of the first floors. This is where the SRCs are. On the left, you can see them with their glass offices and also an exhibit space there, and our express computers. And on the right is our open floor on the first floor. Another loud space. So if you do like studying in loud space, you can meet here or study here. Definitely not somewhere you want to go if you want quiet. On the second floor, we have quiet, silent study. Which you can see here. This is sometimes quiet, sometimes silent, definitely not loud. We have our book collection starts here with our general collection. So just the beginning of our book collection, popular reading, which I'll show you what that looks like, and our oversized collection. There are group study rooms here, single study rooms, also an exhibit space, and then some of our library partner offices here as well. just checking the chat. Oh, it's Letty. Okay, thanks. Our library partner office that we have on this floor is Orska. You won't necessarily need to use them until you get more further into some of your research, but it's good to know that they are here. And then here is some images. Every time I click out, I can't, there we go. Some images of our study space here on the second floor. On the right, this is one of our new study spaces. And then on the left is an exhibit space and some more armchairs that we have here. This is also a new area. This is where our popular reading is going to go. This is our newly redesigned reading lounge. If you're a brand new student, this used to be a big cement box where we were renovating this area, and now it's carpeted and gorgeous with brand new furniture. I love that couch. I think it's so cute. On the third floor, this is where we have quiet study again. We've got some desktops here if you need to use them. Tons of desktops here. Our general collection again is on this floor, as well as our children's collection. So we have a really extensive children's collection for our education students. And then also the design resource collection, which is like a lot of all kinds of art and design books you can think of, everything from fashion to architecture to music, all kinds of things. We have a ton of group study rooms here on the third floor, and also printers, copiers, and scanners. And then that image on this little image here on the right is where you can add money to your one card. That's also on the first floor as well as here. You can do it online, but this is where you can also add cash. So here's some of photos of our third floor. This is where we have a lot of the silent study area. So anytime that you see these little carrels or cubicles, this is where you'll find silent study. So if you are the kind of person that likes to tuck themselves into a little space in order to study and just block the world out, this is going to be a great space for you because you can do that here. And we have really great lighting up here because it's all along the windows. So you get that nice view of the outside world. This is our Design Resource Center, which is one of the new spaces that I mentioned. So all these books here are all design books, all kinds of things you can see. It's really great to just kind of come up here and browse through them a little bit. You can obviously set up here, post up with your studying. We got little armchairs, nice high tables. And again, to the right out of the frame is going to be really big picture window. So it's nice to have that as well. And then the study rooms are down this hall and down this hall out of the frame as well. Okay, we're heading over across the way to Library South. Look, it's Azalea. She's here on this call. AKA Palmer Wing, like I said. On the first floor, I forgot to get a photo. Apologies, don't blame me. Mostly university library partner offices. We have our ITS service desk. So if you're having issues with your laptop, you can take it over there. Can't get online, things like that. You can visit them. We have our Center for Academic Success. Oh my God, Iris on this call too. Say hi, Iris. What's up? This is where Iris is at right now in the writing wing. We also have the tutoring wing, and the University Academic Advising. So this is for undeclared, and I think also athletes. Do you know that, Iris? It's the athletes too, right? Yeah. Yes. I just made a total guess. I'm really glad that I got that right. Library South, second floor, which Azalea's going to go into in a little bit, is special collections and archives. I'm not going to read all these out to you, but there's so many collections that special collections has. And as I'm sure Azalea will touch on all of those, really cool spot. And if you like silent study, please consider going over there and reserving a space or going over to that space and studying in there because it's a really wonderful space. Feels very academic in there. I love that space and going in there with their big tables and surrounded by all the artifacts and older books. I feel very academic when I'm in there. So I like studying in there. That's the second floor. Also on the second floor is a large open space for group study. This is, I would say, if we're going to rank them, this is like the second loudest place in the library is this area right here, the large open space on the second floor, also super loud area. Got 2 more floors, guys. Stick with me. Third floor. This is where some of our general collection is. And again, you'll see a lot of our silent study because why? We have these little carrels again. So when you see these carrels, generally it's going to be a silent study because no one's sitting in these carrels and like watching YouTube's at videos at top volume, right? You're going to be by yourself in these carrels most likely. Same thing with fourth floor. We got a lot more of these carrels on the silent study, and fourth floor will eventually be shutting down at some point this year to make way for new construction. We're doing a lot of that in the library. So we're closing down little pieces of the library, renovating them, reopening them, and then closing down other places so that we don't impact student study too much. So this is kind of the next one on the docket to be remodeled as this fourth floor area. So it is still open right now. We don't quite know when it will come down, but use it while it's still here. I think that's the end of my spaces. So any questions, and just some more about the fourth floor. Any questions about spaces before I move on? How long will the remodeling take? I don't know. That's a great question, and I wish I had an answer for you, but unfortunately with things like remodeling, there's not really always a timeline. So yeah, there's a ghost on the fourth floor of library cell. That's true. Don't tell them. If you see them, just walk away. They're very friendly. It's fine.
Have they been caught on camera?
Caught on. Well, I remember when we were away during the pandemic. At one point, someone came in and a bunch of books had been knocked off the shelf and nobody was in here. So
Might have been
we caught them that they did something. We didn't catch them on camera though, unfortunately. Okay, no questions about spaces. Okay, let me move on real quick. Library events. Okay, so we have some past events here that I just wanted to highlight. We partner a lot with professors, on-campus departments, all kinds of people really to do events here in the library. We have so much space that when people come in, we're more than happy to do that. Here's some tabling that we did this fall, so you would have seen us here. We had a student photo contest last spring, and you can see all of those winners up on the southwest corner. That's southwest, right? Yeah, southwest corner on the first floor. You can see all their photos there, and we'll be doing this every year. So you will be able to enter this if you want. We've had exhibit openings. We've had workshops with artists, another exhibit opening here, panels, depending on your major. So all kinds of stuff. If you ever have an idea for an event as well, please feel free to DM me on Instagram or email me. I'll put my email at the end of this presentation. And you can send me your ideas or chat with me and tell me, you know, my college and I really want something like this. What do you think? And we can work together and plan that out. No problem. Yeah, and our events are always free and open to the students. Thank you, Letty. Okay, so follow us on social as well. I'm going to put our two socials here. It is our Instagram and then our YouTube. I don't think actually, now that I look at this, that this is our account on YouTube, but if you just search us, oh no, I'm looking at it right now. It's not, it's right here. But if you just search us on YouTube, you will find us. So my contest is if you follow me today on Instagram and send me a DM that you saw me at Library Live, I will have a drawing for a library swag bag giveaway. I'm trying to see them on my shelf, what I have on my shelf. I got some good stuff. I'll make a swag bag and I'll pick 5 winners from this event. You need to follow us and then DM me. If you already follow us, perfect. Just send me a DM and say, I saw you at Library Live. And I will pick 5 people from those people who send me DMs and give them a swag bag. Any questions about socials? Any questions about anything so far? That's all I got so far. So I'm going to put my email here. Again, if you have any events that you want to do, please send me an email. You can DM me, either one, and we'll chat. Thanks. Bye.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kelsey. So all you got to do is follow us on Instagram or subscribe to us on YouTube, and then send Kelsey or send the Cal State L.A. Library Instagram a DM saying, I saw you on Library Live, and you will be entered into a raffle where you might win some really cool prizes with our logos on it, water bottles, highlighters, all kinds of cool stuff. And our next presenter is Azalea.
Hey, everyone. And Kelsey, great tour.
Thanks. Did you learn something
Great
new?
tour. I did. I was like, wow, fantastic. But hi, everyone. My name is Azalea Camacho. I'm the archivist and special collections librarian at Cal State L.A. And I have a couple slides for you just to kind of drive home some of the points. Let me see if I could get that on. Give me a second. Can you all see that? Probably, let me put the slideshow. Give me a second. From current slide. Oh, okay. So you probably see this, right? Do you see my, okay. So here's my contact information. Like I mentioned before, my name is Azalea Camacho. I'm the Archivist and Special Collections Librarian at Cal State L.A. I've been here at Cal State L.A. for about 10 years now, and also part of the whole CSU system. I was an undergrad at Cal Poly Pomona and got my master's degree in library science from San Jose State. So I'm all part of the CSU system, and I work now here at Cal State L.A. And just to give you an overview of the department I work in, which is Special Collections and Archives, and what that is about. This is just a slide that kind of gives you some information. So when I think about special collections, it's a cohesive collection of non-circulating research materials held together by provenance or by thematic focus. So a special collection can be a rare book collection that is focused on a specific subject area. One of our special collections is our Mesoamerican and colonial rare book collection. And what makes that a special collection is that it's focused on a specific subject area, but the books are also rare and unique. So you can't check them out like you would in the regular circulating stacks. So you have to check them out or look at them in our Special Collections and Archives reading room. So you saw the reading room where Kelsey had showed the room of Special Collections and Archives on Library South, second floor, room 2079. That's where we're located, and that's where you can take a look at our special collections materials like the rare book collection that I just mentioned. And we also have archival materials, which are a collection of historical records that are established to document the lives of individuals and organizations. And archives is a little bit different than special collections because they're not necessarily tied by a thematic focus or a subject area. They more are about the lived experiences or documenting the lived experiences of a person or an organization. So your personal family history or documents and photos, that is your archive. So we also have materials that are considered archives here as well. So like the university archives, which documents the history of Cal State L.A. We also have collections that are related to activists in East LA or during the Chicano movement. And I'll talk a little bit more about that, where you can see our various subject areas that we collect in on our website later. But the difference between special collections and archives is the special collection is focused more on a theme or subject area. And then archives are more based on the people that create those items. So like documents, letters, photographs that document everyday people's daily lives. And then oftentimes in special collections and archives, the materials are fragile, rare, valuable, and unique. And that's why they're housed in a specific area in the library and can't be checked out. But you still have access to them in the Special Collections and Archives reading room, where you can review them, you can touch the items, and you can use them for your research. You can also check them out if you're just interested in looking at the history of Cal State LA or anything of interest of Los Angeles history. You have a lot of LA history here. And then most of the time when people come to Special Collections and Archives, or students or outside researchers, they're generally looking for primary sources. And this might be a term that you've heard before or haven't heard before, and that's okay. I'll let you know what it is. Here's the definition. Primary sources are firsthand evidence related to the time or event you're investigating, and this includes accounts by participants or observers in a wide range of written, physical, audiovisual materials created at the time or related by someone with direct experience. So primary sources, examples of primary sources are letters, diaries, photographs, artifacts, interviews, sound recordings. It could be video recordings. It could be pretty much anything that is tied to a specific place and time that you're studying. So if you're studying the COVID-19 pandemic and its effects on undergraduate students in the CSU system, an oral history or recording of a student explaining their experience would be considered a primary source. Even an Instagram where a student is documenting, what they went through, or images during COVID-19 would be considered a primary source. So what's really important to remember about primary sources, if it ever comes up in your class, that it is something that you're studying within a specific time frame, and anything within that time period or subject area would be considered a primary source. So, but if you need help with any of that, like primary sources, secondary sources, you can always reach out to your research consultants. at the first floor. You could always come up to our special collections reading room. We're more than happy to help you as well. And then in every special collections and archives, we have a specific mission. So every university or every university library that has a special collections and archives has a specific mission or in areas that they collect in that make them unique to other institutions. And for us, we really want to capture the diverse lives and historical narratives that are reflected in a heavily first-generation student body and the major contributions their communities have made to the dynamic cultures of Southern California. So that tells you a little bit about what our focus is and what we collect in. So here are some of the major subject areas, and they're not really listed here exactly, and I'll show you on our website so you can see a little bit more, but they're all related to the history and culture of Los Angeles, but specifically the surrounding area of Cal State L.A. So we focus more on the east side and the San Gabriel Valley, and we also focus on the history of Cal State L.A. itself, so the university archives. And this is one of our collections, the Compton Communicative Arts Academy collection. So the photograph there. And then this is our website where you can find our Cal State L.A. special collections. And that's where I kind of want to go so you can on our website. So I'm going to kind of step out of here and then share with you. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second and then share with you the library website and then show you how to get to Cal State L.A. special collections. So give me a second while I pull that up. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me a second. There you go. So here is our university library website. So it's calstatela.edu/library. In case you forgot the link to special collections because it's a little longer, but to find special collections and archives on your website, you can go to research or services. We're listed on the drop-down menu. So see, we're here. You can click on us there. And then this is our hours and contact information. So our special collections reading room is open for appointments for Monday through Fridays from 10 to 5 p.m. And you can come for quiet study, as Kelsey mentioned in the library tour. And you can just walk in and also ask us questions. We have exhibits on display that are created and curated by students and some of our faculty and staff in the campus community. And then to look at our actual collections, just a listing of them, you can go here under collections and then subdivide it into various areas. So you have the university archives, which is if you're doing research at Cal State L.A. or curious about Cal State L.A., you can click on that. If you're curious about our rare book collections and unique book collections, you can click on that. If you want to know a little bit more about our digital archives, which are available online, so you don't have to come and visit us, you can click there. And then our manuscript collections, which are manuscript pretty much means unpublished material. So they're not books. They're like photographs, documents, letters, those types of things. So this is kind of how we've broken them down. So the one that people most look at is our manuscript collections. And then you can see they're kind of divided into various areas and subject areas, but they're all related again to LA history and specifically to this area. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So you can find other materials that are not related as well, but our central focus and scope is usually within this specific area. But you can do a drop-down menu, you get the collection name, you get a description, and then you have the link here where you can view the collection guide. So this tells you a little bit about the collection in detail. And then you can also, I'm not going to go too much in detail, but there'll be another session where I'll do where I will part of Library Live, where I can give you on how to begin research with our special collections here and how to search for collections and finding aids, which are, so if you click here, I just show you really quickly. If you click on additional collection guides, you click on here, you probably won't be able to see it, but it brings up a finding aid. But like, as I mentioned, there's another Library Live. I'll go more into detail on what that looks like. And we're actually updating all of our website, all of our records on Online Archives of California to be easier to use for students. So we're still in that migration process or transition process. So things might look a little different later on. But feel free to come to the other session. I think later on in November? September?
October 17th.
Oh, October. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to go dig deeper on how to search for our collections, I'll dig deeper there, and how to do a primary source analysis. We'll go ahead and dig deeper there. And then just so I'm going to stop, or let me stop sharing, or let me see if you could go back to, can you see the PowerPoint slides or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Because sometimes that doesn't happen. So I just want to reiterate what you could come to use special collections for. So if your professor ever mentions primary sources, research for a course assignment, remember us, we're on the second floor, Palmer Wing. I'm just kidding, Kelsey, Library South. I know she doesn't want to say Palmer Wing, Library South. On the second floor, you'll see us. We're the glass doors. You can come in and ask us questions. So if you ever hear primary sources in your course assignment or visit special collections, feel free to stop by with us. And then if there's a specific collection or archive that's listed on our website, so if you look at our website and you want to see that, you can come in and ask us. If you do a search on OneSearch, which is our library catalog, you find the locations in special collections or archives. You can come ask us as well or email us. We also do research consultations. That's primarily with me. So if you want to go more in depth with your research on primary sources and what we have here at Cal State L.A., more than happy to help you with that, and can even steer you to other CSUs or other archives that might have materials that are pertinent to your research. Like I mentioned before, I've been here for 10 years and I know quite a few other CSUs and what their special collections are and what they focus on. And then again, you don't have to do research with our special collections materials to use this space. You can visit us for a quiet study space. You can look at our exhibits. You can ask us questions. We also have some swag and some buttons and things like that if you'd like to take some pencils. So feel free to stop by for that. And then our open hours again are Monday, Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our location is second floor, room 2079, Library South, formerly known as Palmer Wing. And then here's my contact information. And then we also have a general special collections at Cal State L.A. Email as well that you can use. Okay, thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop it on the Menti, and I'm more than happy to answer them at the end of this, and at the end of all the presentations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Azalea. There was a quick question about jobs, library jobs. And so some of that info is posted in the chat, including the link to Handshake. And to answer the question, yes, Handshake is an app, and you have to first create an account on Handshake, and then from there you'll find our library jobs. And then we're going to conclude with another educator extraordinaire over at the Center for Academic Success, Iris Aceves.
Haha, I remembered to unmute myself before I started talking. So this is going really well. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And can everyone see this screen? Yes, okay, I'm getting thumbs up. So thank you folks very much. We're gonna go quickly into the Center for Academic Success so we have an opportunity for questions and answers. So what is the Center for Academic Success? That is the Learning Resource Center on the Cal State L.A. campus. So if you're transferring from a community college and you had a writing center there or a math lab, something along those lines, if you're coming to us straight out of a high school and you had some sort of study opportunities after school that were available either in the library, in your library, or somewhere else. That's what we have here. So the Learning Resource Center on the Cal State L.A. campus is called the Center for Academic Success. That is where you will find your writing tutoring. You'll also have your math and business tutoring in this facility as well. Right? So we are located in Library South on the first floor. So if you are working on a writing assignment, any type of writing assignment, So I know a couple of folks here are graduate students. Very often graduate students are working at the Graduate Resource Center with writing support, but when they're getting ready to apply to a PhD program or another MA program and they're having to write a personal statement, they'll visit the writing tutors here at the writing wing of the Center for Academic Success. If we get a lot of upper division students visiting our office, so a lot of juniors and seniors, and the reason we get a lot of juniors and seniors visiting our office specifically in writing support is because a lot of times you're taking writing in the majors, so writing for child development majors, writing for psychology majors, writing for chemistry majors. And so that means that very often folks are visiting the writing tutors. And because a lot of the writing assignments you have also involve research, like Anna said a little while ago, we are starting at the Writing Center, at the Writing Wing of the Center for Academic Success. We're brainstorming. We're realizing, okay, what is it that you really want to write about? What is your thesis? What is your research question? And then we're referring folks over here in the research button to the student research consultants so that they could start looking for some scholarly essays and then going back and forth between the two. And additionally, a lot of folks are also, especially if this is your first year at Cal State L.A, a lot of you are taking a math class. So we also have support for math classes in addition to traditional tutoring. So all the tutoring we do is one-on-one. So you book an appointment with a writing tutor or a math tutor, and the platform that Urvashi showed us how to navigate, that's the same thing that you're going to go ahead and use to book an appointment with a writing tutor or a math tutor. And when you visit us, again, it is a half an hour session. Bring your homework assignment, right? What is your writing prompt? What essay are you supposed to write about? Or bring your homework if you're working with a math or a business tutoring, so any type of STEM work that you're doing, bring that homework assignment so that you can spend that entire half an hour going over that physics problem with the tutors. So the tutors won't do your homework for you, but they will ask you a lot of questions to figure out, okay, in the process of working out this entire physics problem, what extra information do you need, or potentially what did you forget to do so that you're able to solve that physics problem on your own? Or what step are you needing? Or what question can we provide you to have that aha moment with your writing, right? So again, the same platform that you're using through Navigate LA to book an appointment with an SRC, you'll use that to book an appointment with a writing tutor, a math tutor, and a business tutor. And we have other resources as well. So here, under services and events, right now, if you are in biology or chemistry or mechanical engineering, we have a number of in-person and online workshops. So if you're taking a Biology 2040, we, in the next couple of weeks, we'll have a workshop in September 14th in person, but then we'll have another workshop actually later on this week. It's the same workshop, but it's going to be on Zoom. So it's going to be through the tutorial wing Zoom. So we have an opportunity for you to have those workshops. We also have things that we've done in the past and that we've archived. So one of the ones that I really like in terms of the archive workshop that I think are very, very helpful for students is this email etiquette workshop. So we all have to email our professors, and maybe we're a little concerned about how should I say this? What should I say? So we have an email etiquette workshop that's been archived for our use. In terms of resources as well, we do have a how to make an appointment. So if you want to have a refresher of what Urvashi mentioned earlier, we have a how to make an appointment video that will go over the steps to making that appointment. When you're working with especially with the writing tutors, we are always going to suggest that you download the Grammarly app. The university has paid for us for everyone in this call to have the Grammarly app, the student version. So it gives you great information about how to punctuate your papers correctly. It'll work on Microsoft Word. It will work on Outlook. If you're writing an email, you can always just copy and paste things in there for you. There are also some resources for faculty as well. So whenever you make an appointment for proof of visit, when you make an appointment for us, we're asking faculty to allow you to use the email that you got as an automatic bounce back. We want folks to use that email as proof of visit that you visited the Writing Center or that you visited the tutorial wing of the Center for Academic Success. So what we are is your place for one-on-one academic support for math, for business, and for writing. And that's what the Center for Academic Success is all about. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. And I want to make sure that we have some information and an opportunity for at least 1 or 2 questions. We do have writing tutoring positions available as well, if folks are interested in that.
Are those on Handshake as well, Iris?
Yes, and they're all on Handshake.
Okay, wonderful. So we just have a couple more minutes, and I want to go through the questions. How do I check out a book? You want to use your one card. That's going to be your library card. We talked about some lesser known services and spaces that we hope you'll take advantage of, including the SRC's peer research support, the Graduate Research Center. There was a note about, are there specific resources for new graduates? I want to share really quick. I just confirmed the other day that graduate students, you have access to NCFD. So I'm putting that link right here in the chat. And what this does is the National Center for Faculty Development and Diversity. And they have a really excellent suite of professional resources to support your academic, all of your academic endeavors and achievements. They have 14-day writing boot camps. They have free webinars that you can take. All of this stuff that is sort of geared towards a faculty pipeline. So grad students, you get free access to this. And when you sign in, you can sign in as with your Cal State L.A. username and password. And I think actually, if you go to become a member, here's where you can learn more about the institutional membership. So if you are a Cal State L.A. student and a grad student, I highly recommend that to you. The other thing that was on here, we talked a lot about how do I get a job at the library, what sort of requirements are needed. I think the only requirement really is some enthusiasm and also like wanting to do the work. A lot of our student jobs, you'll get trained on the job. I believe the SRCs, they will require you to have some knowledge in your subject area. Kelsey.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that sometimes you will see jobs that have requirements like certain majors, or you have to be a certain year in the university, but that will be indicated on the description.
Yes. So, don't be afraid to sign up for Handshake, make an account, and to, apply for a job. A lot of our students really love working here. It's kind of, probably one of our, like the best thing that can happen for a student. Dion. You want to go ahead and unmute, Dion?
Okay. I came in at 3:15. Is there a way that we could see this over again? Is there a recording?
Absolutely. We're recording the session. So if you want to, you can go ahead and email me at lterone@calstatela.edu. I've just put it in the chat. Anybody who wants the recording.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just do that. And then in about a week or so, we will always upload the latest version of our Library Lives onto our YouTube channel, which we hope that you will subscribe to. because there's all kinds of really cool info here. We also have this new sort of featured program called 2-Minute Tutorial, which is all kinds of different tutorials about how to use the library that happen in under 2 minutes, believe it or not. So it's sort of like, you know, a crystallized tutorial on all kinds of stuff. So we hope that you will watch it as well. I'm going to put the link into it there. And then there was another question too that I want to answer before we leave, which is, can I check out like my textbook? Well, sometimes your class might have, we don't typically order textbooks at the library, but a lot of times your professors will order or have you read materials that for books that we have electronically available online. So your best place to look for your book is the Cal State L.A. Library homepage. In our future library lives, we're going to use extensively this homepage, including our OneSearch database. But basically what you want to do is search for your book in here and see if we have it. And then if we have it, what we will do is either make it available, you know, electronically for you, or you can check it out with your one card. The other thing too is that your professor might put a book or an article on course reserves for you. So the same thing, you want to go ahead and search for that book here. And if the book is in physical format, typically you'll have 2 hours where you can check it out. We have scanners immediately facing the or in the general area of the info desk. You can borrow or have a USB from the info desk and then plug that into a scanner so you can scan the chapter. And then the last thing I wanted to say is, what if I'm doing research online and I'm prompted to pay money to get an article? Don't do that. What you want to do is you want to go to interlibrary loan, which where is it on here? It's not under services. Under
Yeah,
services.
CSU Plus.
It is
yeah.
there.
It is there? Okay.
You passed it, yeah.
CSU Plus and interlibrary loan.
Oh, okay. There it is. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. CSU and interlibrary loan. Same thing, you want to kind of like in all things, you have to register first. So go ahead and go to first time user, or if you've already registered for interlibrary loan, here's the place where you would go to. I'm just going to drop it in the chat, but future library lives are going to cover all of these services. So with that, unless there are any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and just end with showing you, you know, what's next at Library Live, and we'll stick around for a couple minutes to answer any questions. Dion, I see your hand up still. Is that from the last time, or is that a new question? Okay, that might be a question from last time. You're right. You're so welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for the kickoff. If you were here and you want a prize, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and DM us at Cal State L.A. Library on Instagram. So you could, you know, put your name into the running for some really exciting prizes.
And what's the magic sentence you have to say on DM?
I saw you. I saw you on Library Live.
I saw you at Library Live. DM me. I will put our Instagram and our YouTube account in the chat. Make sure you follow us. I was able to change our ad on YouTube, so I'm very excited about that. And then here is our Instagram handle as well.
Yeah. Instagram, that's my favorite place to go to figure out and find out like what's going on at the library. We have all kinds of stuff happening here all the time, and that's where you will find it. All right, everybody, we wish you all the best for your fall semester. You can do this, and you have lots of support here at the library. See you next time.